So I've been having an absolute blast with PvP. As I mentioned in my last video, the stamina changes have just made PvP overall so much more enjoyable. And you can tell by just how many more people are just out and about PvPing. I've finally gotten my builds pretty much finalized and maxed out. So I will be starting to work on those build videos, and I'll be getting them out pretty soon. If for some reason though you are somehow still not subscribed, definitely don't forget to subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss those build videos. But I have two absolute insane fights for you here on both of my builds. Starting out, we have a fight here with the Fire Staff and Rapier build, and we're kind of just out by the enemy's point here with a couple of other players on our team just kind of wreaking havoc. And you see somebody here finally gets the outpost down, so we're going to be able to stop getting spawns in the outpost there. But I do notice some players coming in behind us and retreating off the spawn. I tried to read the sword and shield stun there, but he does a really good job of timing it. And I think he doesn't line up his hatchet ability well enough, so we don't end up getting snared there. You see a couple of bow shots end up landing and helping me assist in getting him down, but we are able to proc the hatchet ultimate, put in a ton of damage and time our burnout for when his hatchet ultimate goes down. And then as well as the secondary parry there, you see we finish him off and we're able to get the parry off on the musket sticky bomb there just to prevent a lot of that damage. But we are just getting started back here, and we're just kind of looking for some more targets to see if we can find anybody else here to take out. It's actually pretty crazy how much of a turnaround I'm seeing in the game for just how many people that really didn't PvP before to just how many more people are out. I think the PvP reward track definitely does have an effect on that as well, because it has some really good rewards. But you see we have a couple of players who end up respawning here at the outpost. We space out the flourish there, chase down the blunderbuss player that we got down. We're able to finish him off pretty quickly there with the rapier, and we switch to the secondary player, put in a ton of damage before you can even close the distance on us, and we were able to finish him off with the fire staff. Get the third player low as well as he runs it on us. Throw out the incinerate, get him low. We proc out the hatchet ultimate there, but we chase him down with the burnout, and just absolutely going on a tear. This build I feel like has definitely been an absolute joy to play, because just of how much of an implication these changes have. All of the traits that the build had before, which is mainly mobility, shine even more now because of all these changes. And you see we end up seeing somebody in the chat, or in the match, excuse me, who watches the channel. Actually been running into quite a few players who watch the channel. It's been really cool to see, and I always appreciate you guys watching. But we kind of circle around and just buy some time until a couple more players spawn and see if we can pick any more fights here. We run into another blow player, time our aggression so that we don't run out of stamina, and just keep forcing him to try to roll dodge. And you see as soon as he runs out of stamina there, we can just straight up run him down with the rapier, and we finish off the bowman there. And a couple of players are still on the point. I know there is a healer, and we do have a couple of players behind us, so I need to just reposition here and see if I can find a better place to fight. The thing about this build is you need to keep moving and stay on your feet. Unlike my ice gauntlet setup where we have tools to kind of keep people at bay at close range and keep ourselves brawling, we don't have that on the fire staff. But you see I kind of burn out, make my way into the point here. You see we land a bit of damage onto the healer. We get her very low, so I'm trying to see if I can just chase her down and get the kill here. We are able to get the kill off with the fire staff, and you see even during that chase there, I made my way from outside of the point. Didn't spend any amount of time at all inside of the point. We got the damage in on the healer where we could, and forced her to pretty much go on the run, and we were able to kind of chase her down, keeping ourselves mobile. But a couple more players have spawned on the point now. You see we are actually in a very bad spot. You see I do a very good job of direction changing with my evade there, but we were cornered there by pretty much a really big spawn wave of a bunch of muskets. We are still in a ton of trouble, and I'm trying to see if I can just not only find an opening on somebody who's low, but keep myself moving so I don't get taken out here. But we're taking a ton of bow shots. I'm trying to chain and not stack my potions. I need to have either a regeneration potion, an oak flesh, or my healing potion up at some point so I don't get taken out here. And I managed to find myself a little bit of time to get some breathing room and regenerate here. Hopefully at the same time some of these players are going to make their way to Sun. You see I land a heavy attack and a Hail Mary fireball there. Force him to run all of his stamina out, and then we finish off the kill with the fireball. Still alive here back at the enemy's point, just rolling around and finding kills where we can. We find ourselves with a medium spear player, but unfortunately we do have a healer here on the point as well, so it is going to be quite difficult to try and take out this player. And you see the healer does end up showing up right there. And now I'm in a pretty tough spot because the spear player is not gonna just let me run him outside of the range of the healer, and I'm not gonna be able to take out the healer because the spear player is gonna be on my back the entire time. So I'm in a pretty tough spot here. I need to see if I can find a pick or just keep moving here. You see I get the spear player very low, and I try to see if I can find a finish off there, but I'm forced to just escape and burn out. Just barely make it out with my life. Still under a ton of pressure. I'm trying to see if I could just duck and dodge and make it through here and not get caught by a spear stun, because that's going to be the thing that takes us out. But I make my way out up over the wall, and again I find myself just a little bit of time to get some breathing room here. Again, I'm going to see if I can find some more targets to take up, but we've been alive for quite a while here behind the point, and it looks like some of these players are clearing out. So I want to see if I can now pick off this healer before the spirit player can come in and turn on us. You see we get a bunch of damage in. The spirit player does notice though, so I need to see if I can get this finish off right now. It does look like the healer is in heavy armor, so it is going to be a little bit annoying to try and get this kill off. We get them very low again, but I'm also taking shots from a range from musket as well, and you see we get taken out there before we could take out the healer. But a really fun fight on the fire staff there. And then next up we have just an absolute banger of a brawl. Pretty much from here until the end of the match is just one entire long fight on the ice gauntlet here. And if you remember, one of the things I said I really didn't enjoy was the big fights that would occur like this between the two teams, because it just wasn't fun and nobody really died. But like I said again, I'm sorry, but the changes to PvP are just so much more insane that it just changed the way that PvP played out. So for anybody that frequents wars, let me know how wars are actually playing out now, because I'm actually pretty interested in how that or how wars themselves feel. But we have just a giant brawl here between the two teams, and I'm going to see if I can playing here as an assassin throughout this fight, putting myself on the back line to see if I can make it just a little bit annoying for the healers to do their job, and see if I can pick off any stragglers here and there. And after the first phase of this little fight here, it seems like we've managed to win this first phase of the fight, and our team wants to regroup on Sun, and it looks like the enemy team here is starting to respawn and get some reinforcements. So I'm going to see if I can just go ahead and make it a little bit harder and buy some time for my team on Sun. You see I'm trying to just, again, see if I can finish off anybody if I can. If not, just be annoying and buy time. And we put in a little bit of damage on the healer, and she gets a little bit of assistance from the others. And I'm really forced to just kind of go into an entomb and see if I can reevaluate this fight, because I'm pretty low on everything with all of my potions on cooldown. But we are still alive in the backline here. The enemy team is starting to group up a little bit in the middle here, so I put down a big ice storm on top of everybody just to see if I can put a little bit of pressure in from the back. We turn around right as that spirit player is about to come in for us. We do a good job of avoiding that volt kick, and I'm still just in the backline kind of hanging out. You see we have a bunch of archers here just grouped up. We throw down a storm, jump in, we find a kill. I wanted to see if I can find a secondary there. You see we got the second player very low as well, but all the players turn their attention to us and we are forced to retreat. We jump into the entomb just to buy ourselves a little bit of time and reset. And we're just in the middle of a really bad fight here. Just barely dodged the void scream, and I'm trying to keep myself on the move here to not get caught and bogged down. We have 1 or 2 players here who seem to have followed us. We've thrown on the ice shower and or the storm, excuse me, and we get 1 player very low here. We managed to finish him off there as he runs out of stamina, and I'm able to pop up my oak flesh bomb and just stay alive just a bit longer to reset my health here. But really just being a straight menace. We get the second player who jumps on us here. We do have a couple of more players on us, so I need to be careful as to not get stunned by the sword and shield player here. We dodge the lunge from the sword and shield, and I'm very low. We run out of stamina. Luckily, I do have my entomb up to buy myself a little bit of time to get that stamina back. With that healing tomb perk and our potion, we were able to get a really big chunk of HP to top ourselves back up, but we need to stay on the move as we still have a couple of stragglers on us. Baron is up, but I am buying a little bit of time as we have a lot of potential Baron stealers who could be just in the pit waiting to steal that Baron. And our team does manage to secure it, so I turn my attention back to these players who are on us. I jump onto this hatchet player, we put in a ton of damage, and we do have a couple of teammates around to now give us a little bit of assistance. That 1 player does manage to get away though, so I'm just going here. And you see me just jumping from target to target to see who I can find a kill on. This 1 player here does end up getting very low. We time the parry so that we get the opening, land the ice spike, and we're able to get another finish off there. Still alive here, just playing the back line and making it harder for both the healers and the bowmen on the enemy team here. We run into another archer. Throw down the spike. I don't think we got the chill there, but we do put in a ton of damage, and I'm trying to follow up with the flush just to keep my aggression. When it comes to fights against bow players, I've noticed one of the things that you really need to just do is stay aggressive until you run them out of stamina, and you'll find your opening. But you see we get collapsed on by a couple of players here. I jump into my tomb. We get that big health buff, or that health boost there from our tomb and our potion, excuse me. And just keep it moving, and we're able to make it out of that fight and stay alive. It does seem like the enemy team has finally captured Sun, but if you see by the score there, we've bought quite a bit of time there to where we have quite a big point lead on the enemy here. And we find ourselves in another skirmish with another bow player just outside of the point. I should probably make my way onto the point at this time to help my team. But I just want to see if I can just hold as many more people as I can. We get him pretty low as I'm taking bow shots there, but we do manage to land the parry. We find the heavy attack into the light attack, and we get that kill there. I throw down the storm onto the second bow player who's on us, dodge the parry, and I have to see if I can just find a opening with the spike there, but unfortunately we do miss. We do get the assistance from the hammer player and that bow. You see he gets hit by a chunky bow shot, and we finish her off with the rapier. And it looks like a lot of our team is on Sun now, so we're going to see if we can just not allow these guys outside of the point to just throw in free assistance to their enemy team. And we have quite a few players outside on kind of attacking us here. We jump into the entomb just to negate a lot of damage. Again, get that reset on our health. You see we stop or interrupt that player there who was in the middle of that bow jump there. And again, just jump from target to target with the help of those lunges now that we have on the rapier. Let's just see if I can find an opening and put a little bit of pressure into each of the players. I'm trying to see if I can find an opening on this healer here. The thing about healers is it makes it quite difficult if there's even 1 more healer in the area, because at that point it makes it almost impossible to kill them. So all I'm really trying to do is put in pressure on them so they're forced to heal themselves and not somebody else in the fight. But we're in the middle of a really big brawl. You see a lot of our teammates are now here. We've captured Sun and the enemy point, it seems like, so we are in a really good position to finish out this match. And I think we stayed alive, like I said, during that entire time. Just one constant fight from the point, from halfway pretty much in this match all the way until now. Just, again, having so much fun in PvP. Fights just weren't the same, or they didn't play out like this. People just didn't die, which isn't fun in any game, and we managed to pick up a couple of kills towards the tail end of this match here, but as I mentioned in the beginning of the video, I have pretty much finalized both my Ice Gauntlet Rapier and my Fire Staff Rapier builds, so I will hopefully have both of those out in a couple of days. Two absolute banger matches there, but as always, thank you guys so much for watching, and have a great day.